So David, it's very good of you to arrange the meeting here today at the Guildhall. Very special to me and my wife Chris. We got our freedom here in 1999. 2008 I arranged Yorkshire in the city dinner through the Yorkshire Society. Then of course you and I shared a platform last year at the Reform Club talking about our great county Yorkshire. And I was so pleased when you accepted the Yorkshire Society's invitation to become our president of Yorkshire Society in London. But of course, like me, you're passionate about the county.
Indeed. I was born and brought up in Bradford, and went to university to the south. Kept moving to get a job in London, which is where I have worked throughout my career. But my heart has always been back in Yorkshire, which is where my father lived for the remainder of his life. And as I worked as a lawyer in the city, an international law firm, opportunities to come across people in Yorkshire weren't all that common, but having in recent years, I got my freedom in 2002. So after having got involved in the more civic side of the city and seen more of it, I have come to notice just how many people with links to Yorkshire or from Yorkshire, most of them over the years have tended to play down the Yorkshire accent, so there are lots of them who, with encouragement from people like you and the Yorkshire Society, are now making their presence a bit more known. And Yorkshire qualities of hard work and stability are what is very much valued in city businesses. I was fortunate enough to be Lord Mayor of the city 4 years ago. I think the first genuine Yorkshireman to be Lord Mayor since Sir Cuthbert Ackroyd, who was a Bradford man, in 1956. But my Yorkshire links and Yorkshire roots, I think, played very well actually. And since then, in particular, playing for Yorkshire has attracted more and more favourable attention. And I know over the years, Keith, you have been working very hard to promote Yorkshire, both in Yorkshire and down here. And I was delighted with your initiative to get the Yorkshire Society in London off the ground, and even more delighted than you were to ask me, even more delighted that you did ask me to be president of the London branch, which I think will prosper and will attract all the diverse talents in London that have Yorkshire links.
We sincerely hope so. I mean, we were very proud of you when you became Lord Mayor of London. And in fact, I remember clearly when you came to Bradford as Lord Mayor of London, and you dined at City Hall with the Lord Mayor of Bradford then, Dale Smith. And that was a wonderful evening. And I think your father was there because I was in the Rotary with your father a few years ago, and he was district governor, wasn't he, Rotary? Yeah.
The district of West Yorkshire.
You're absolutely superb. No, we're delighted that you've actually taken on that role, because I think it seems so important. We just need to get the message out about Yorkshire. I think there's the frustration that there's almost this attitude of, well, we know we're good, we don't need to tell anybody. But we do today, don't we? So we're so competitive.
We do, and we need to do it subtly.
Yes.
Because just as on my first working day in a city law firm back in 1973, it was immediately obvious to me that all remaining trace, there wasn't much, all remaining traces of my Yorkshire accent had to go.
Yeah.
But that was then, it's different now. And people have a broader view. And therefore it's a better climate to promote the county. But even then I noticed that when doing that in 2012 when I was Lord Mayor, well, I had to be slightly careful because the reaction of people not from Yorkshire going back to Yorkshire's industrial heritage
Yes,
cloth
yes.
cap images
Yeah.
weren't too far away. So one has to be careful to show
Yeah.
the good side. I think people do know what a beautiful county it is.
Yes.
The Dales,
Yeah.
the East Yorkshire coast. We've some way to go to show people just how beautiful the industrial part
Yeah.
of the West Riding of South Yorkshire is. Denby Dale,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
the southern part of Yorkshire is just as beautiful
Mm,
as
it is,
the
isn't
north and the Pennine
Yeah.
parts. So we can be more confident about it than we were in the past.
I'm pleased to hear you think that.
But we just need to be sensible about it.
And I think as well, having more universities within the county, we've really ought to try and keep some of that talent in the county, haven't we, after they've graduated, and hopefully got the attractive jobs to encourage them to stay in Yorkshire.
The traditional industries, particularly engineering and law,
Yeah.
are thought of outside Yorkshire as having gone, but actually they haven't.
No.
The bulk, low quality type of textiles, wool,
Yeah.
clothing, the bulk, low quality steel making, for example, is largely gone because of competition from overseas. But the clever stuff, the high value, high spec steel making in the Sheffield area
Yeah.
is still there.
Yeah.
All the attention is on the bulk stuff at Tata Steel, but the smaller, high value, high spec
Yeah.
businesses are doing very well, as are the smaller, high value woolen mills, design, weaving,
Yes.
and making up into clothing is doing very well. And there's a lot to be done to promote that. If, for example, you ask people where they think what's known as the Duchess of Cambridge's wedding dress,
Yes.
or the Duke of Cambridge's
Duke of
wedding
Cambridge,
uniform
Yeah.
were made, they will say London.
Yeah.
And the answer is not. It's the West Riding
Yes.
of Yorkshire, Bradford, Brickhouse,
Yeah.
Huddersfield.
I know you're obviously aware of the Yorkshire striped suiting that we've been promoting, and we've got film of that being woven in Huddersfield.
Well,
And when you see the word Yorkshire developing in the stripe, it makes you feel
yes,
very, very proud.
Yes, yes. Well, the county's got a lot to offer for the industrial
Yeah. Yes.
west and south.
Yeah.
So the hugely successful agricultural east and north. It's got everything you could possibly want.
We were at the Dalesville magazine run their Rural Awards, and I'm one of their judges. So a fortnight ago, I was there at the ceremony. A lovely Sunday lunch at Braun Hall, in the sun was shining, and it was interesting to find out what some of the rural firms are doing and how successful they are. But I think they've probably got to turn from perhaps traditional dairy farming, and they've got to look at other activities within the farming industry.
Yes, Yorkshire has arable farming, it's got dairy farming, it's got sheep.
Yes.
So again, it's got all sides, and concentrating on the high value type of farming as opposed to bulk,
Yes.
less valuable, is I'm sure the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus making the most of our tourist assets,
Absolutely.
which are very considerable.
With the Tour de Yorkshire now, and that's working very well. And
Yes, well that down here,
Yes.
those played astonishingly well,
good.
because it made people who, if you like, hadn't taken Yorkshire seriously,
Yes.
just sit up and say, oh, we thought that was the French would do that.
Yeah.
And some of the sights that people outside Yorkshire saw
Yeah.
on their television screens made them forget the cycling and just look at the scenery.
Look at the scenery.
And then want to
Yeah.
want to go there.
I mean, anything like that's got to be good, hasn't it, for the brand? I remember in 2007 when we got the Indian International Film Academy Awards, and that was in Sheffield and Leeds and Bradford. And I was told then that millions all over the world were watching that. It's just good for the county, isn't it, for the brand of Yorkshire?
Yes. And there's a lot of heritage, a lot of culture-informed museums
Yeah.
and historic places. It's not quite like the Castle Museum in York, for example.
Superb.
And Howth, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of that to offer as well.
I think there's a new series being filmed in Howth on the Brontes,
Yes, it is.
which is
Yes, it
good.
is. Yes, it is.
Then we're at the National Rail Museum recently, and I mean that's again absolutely fantastic, isn't it? The collection of steam locomotives and our reflection of our past and Doncaster works and so forth.
Indeed. Along with new theatres. New theatre
Yes.
is in Doncaster.
Yes.
And I went a couple of weeks ago there. I had not been. I haven't got off the train in my life at Doncaster before.
Excellent.
And I did for a world premiere by Northern Ballet.
Yes.
New ballet of Jane Eyre. Launched, premiered in Doncaster by Northern Ballet, which of course is
It's your
based
yes.
in Leeds.
Yes.
And is leading an initiative that the Arts Council is very keen on, of making Leeds one of the 3 dance hubs in the country. And we call it the Leeds Dance Pubs, the other 2 being London obviously,
Yes.
and Birmingham.
Yeah.
But the centre, north of Birmingham, of dance, ballet, etc., is Leeds.
Just Leeds.
And Leeds has a big ballet company, it's got lots of ballet companies.
Yes.
It's the opera centre of the north of England, so it's got a lot to offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is recognised, and just as I noticed, as I said earlier, that there were far more people with Yorkshire links or from Yorkshire in senior positions in businesses in the city of London generally. So I think Yorkshire institutions are trying to tap into that network.
Brilliant.
Part led by the Yorkshire Society.
Yes.
My old school, Bradford Grammar School, is
Yes.
doing that.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
Northern Ballet.
Yeah.
And there are part of the social, charitable side of the city, livery companies. Some of them, particularly the Welsh company, The Woman.
The Woman. Yes.
Very strong
Yes.
links.
Yes. That's great.
With Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So I'm delighted, Keith, to be involved in this. I think it's a wonderful place. I can't think of a better place to come from. And I'm extremely happy to be involved in promoting it.
Well, we're
So
absolutely.
well done to you for your initiative.
No, thank
Delighted
you.
to be part of it.
And we're delighted to have you on board. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your time.
Thank you.